In this video, we look at the different ways to perform petrissage all over the body. Petrissage or kneading involves lifting and manipulating the tissue a little bit more and is great after effleurage. So let's have a look at 8 different ways to perform this. Okay. Palmar kneading, which is a petrissage technique. So for this one, I use my fingers, I pull my fingers up this way and then get the heel of hand in. So kneading techniques are a bit deeper. We're mobilising the tissue a bit more than an effleurage technique. And that's also really nice to do on the upper traps up here. So we can pick up and squeeze down, pick up, squeeze down. Thumb kneading. So we're using our thumbs and our fingers to work in a specific area. Thumb kneading is better in smaller areas of the body. So on the back of the neck it's useful, on the palm, on the sole of the foot, but try not to overuse your thumbs, as there are many more techniques you can use as well. Skin rolling is also a form of petrissage, so we're going to lift the skin up. This is best done without any lotion or oil or minimal, and we're going to take that roll, pull it up and roll it across. Now here on the back of the scapula is really good because we can lift the tissue over the spine of the scapula, because there's no other techniques you would use there because it can bruise. So this one you're pulling it up, picking it up and rolling across. Now you might find some areas that feel a little bit stiff, so you can stop in that area and just twist and pull, just to try and loosen up any adhesions there underneath. This also works really well on scar tissue. So this technique is called either kneading or wringing. Sometimes wringing is taught more like so, but I would teach kneading technique like this. So we are going between the thumb and the fingers. It's great on the calves because you can fit the whole calf into your hand. And then if you come down a little bit lower, we're going into the Achilles tendon. So get your thumbs. I call this one mini kneading. So it's just between thumb and fingers rather than on the calf. As you can see, I was using the whole surface of my hand. This is called crisscross kneading. If you've seen the effleurage video, you'll see that crisscross effleurage is going away, like so. Crisscross kneading is where you pick up and lift. So lift on the way up between your fingers and the heel of your hand, like so. So any form of petrissage technique is we're lifting, we're mobilising the tissue more than just gliding on the surface. So this is squeezing. Squeezing, we're going to grab the upper traps via our thumb and our fingers like so. And there's a little bit of lotion on already. And I just hold. So I hold that squeeze and naturally one side will just want to run out a bit more. I can feel, it won't be obvious on video, but this right side just feels a little bit tighter, a bit more solid. I think my client can feel it as well because they're winking with the right eye. So that's a squeezing technique. So we can combine it from kneading, thumb kneading, to a hold, and that's our squeeze. And gradually it will just run through and out. But it's a good way of locating that tension. Knuckling. So with knuckling, we can do it in a few ways. We can move individual fingers like so. Okay, and that would feel quite similar to this form of kneading. So knuckling like so. Although if you struggle to move individual fingers like so, you can just use it as a block. So that is also a form of knuckling. On a female chest massage, this might be the technique you want to use in this area. But on a male, where we can go lower, you might want to go for the standard form of kneading with an open hand. If there's less space, then come in. And this also protects your thumb because we're just using those 4 digits. Compressions. Compressions just involves you leaning your body weight through into the muscle tissue. So I use it on bigger, chunkier muscle groups. Hold for about 5 seconds, move up. Now, if there's a lot of oil or lotion or glide on that area, then you can do it over towel. So I press through and release. Imagine it being a sponge, and we're pushing all the water out the sponge, and then as I release, we get all the water flushing back. So if you can imagine that as you're doing this technique, this is an open hand one. I do have another video just on compressions, and there's lots of different types. And thank you for watching.